And happening now, it is just downright horrible news for kids and families here in New Mexico.
Unfortunately so, the state is now at the very bottom of a list that ranks how well children are doing. New Mexico is ranked 50th in the latest Kids Count data book by the Annie E. Casey Foundation. The study looks at 16 different factors that affect kids' well-being, including education and health. It shows a big reason New Mexico dropped to last place is because the state is still struggling to recover from the recession, and more children are now living in poverty. New Mexico was 49th last year. It switched places with Mississippi to be the lowest ranked in the state. Some New Mexico schools were getting too much money last year, apparently, and this morning they'll have to figure out how to pay the money back. Education Secretary Hannah Scandera sent an email last week alerting school districts that they were overpaid. They now have to pay that money back. The Public Education Department is giving those districts a full year to do that. As we reported in a special assignment last month, more than 50 schools were affected by a simple error that threw off allotment lists for needy students. 26 schools and districts were overpaid $2.5 million. Well, in just a few hours, a soldier from right here in New Mexico who already received a Medal of Honor will get another touching tribute.
Yeah, it is all for a hometown hero, a very true hero who risked his life to save others in Afghanistan. At 10 o'clock this morning, a bronze statue will be unveiled outside Santa Fe City Hall for Sergeant First Class Leroy Petrie. He was an Army Ranger in a firefight with the Taliban in Afghanistan back in 2008. Sergeant Petrie had already been shot in both legs when he picked up a live grenade, threw it away from other Rangers, saving their lives, but losing his hand in the process. President Obama gave Sergeant Petrie the Medal of Honor 2 years ago. As you can see in this statue, it's from a sculptor, George Revere. It's going to be unveiled this morning. That's going to be at 10 o'clock outside Santa Fe City Hall. And before that, at 8, Sergeant Petrie is going to make a grand entrance skydiving and landing at Fort Marcy Park. We'll be there. We'll show you the ceremony later today.
It's going to be a wonderful thing. All right, the time right now, 5:03. Take back the trail. That is what Bosque trail enthusiasts want to do. You see, last night, dozens of people marched along the Bosque supporting signs to, quote, take back the trail. The group wants to promote safety and solidarity against crimes like the one that happened here a week ago before sundown. A woman in her 40s says a young man held her at knife point demanding cash. She says he stole her mace and cell phone, beat her up, and then raped her. The group says despite that, they are not afraid.
It's safety in numbers, and just to show that we're going to stay out here, that the trail is the community's trail, and one bad person can't change the way we feel about our Bosque.
And police say the victim's attacker is still on the loose.
Oh, it's been almost a week since a man was stabbed to death at a gas station in Albuquerque, and police are still looking for his killer. Investigators say this man, Ricardo Villanueva Cordova, stabbed and killed Michael Sanchez outside a gas station last Tuesday. Investigators think Villanueva Cordova may be in Mexico now. Sanchez had been working at M&F Auto Sales off Coors for the last 6 months, and this weekend his co-workers got together to help raise money for his family.
So that's been a little bit overwhelming, and it's very reassuring to see the community come together after a situation like that, a tragic situation.
Investigators say Villanueva Cordova and Sanchez were neighbors before the stabbing. Cordova was accusing Sanchez of running over a dog.
Albuquerque police are searching for whoever broke into 3 homes on Friday. 17-year-old Rochelle Sprunk says 2 strange men broke into her home in broad daylight in southeast Albuquerque. She thought her family was home when she heard the garage door open, but when she saw no car in the driveway and the door opening, that's when she knew something was wrong. The teen said that she ran into a closet to hide and was absolutely terrified.
My life is over. They're gonna find me, and they're gonna come and do something physically to me and possibly death, because I made so much noise running from, the window all the way to my father's room.
The burglars ran off. Sprunk thinks they may have been spooked when they heard someone home. The family thinks the burglars may have gotten the garage code or possibly had some sort of a device to open the garage. Well, if you like to hike, listen up. Starting today, in just a few hours, really, you're going to have to drive a lot further to go hiking in the mountains here in New Mexico.
Yeah, another national forest is closing because it is so dry and the threat for fires is so high right now. Meteorologist Kristen Van Dyke is here with everything you need to know. Good morning once again, Kristen.
Good morning, Matt and Elizabeth. And as much as we didn't want to, we could actually see this one coming. Starting at 8 this morning, most of the Santa Fe National Forest will be completely closed. No camping, no biking, no hiking. This includes the Valles Caldera. The only areas that will be open are the Rio Chama Scenic River Corridor and the Valles Caldera Gift Shop. So don't forget the Sandia and Mountain Air Ranger districts in the Cibola National Forest are also closed. So is a lot of the Bosque. So if you want to go hiking and beat the heat, your best bet is to head north over to Taos and the Carson National Forest. So you'll want to head that way because fire danger right now just too high. And in the southwestern part of the state, firefighters are still struggling to get in the upper hand on the silver fire in the Gila. It has now burned more than 70,000 acres. That's about 110 square miles, and it's just 20% contained. On a good note, though, firefighters have secured Kingston, and people who live there are now back in their homes. More than 500 firefighters are trying to get this fire under control. And today, Matt and Elizabeth, there's a red flag warning that's been issued for that area and across a lot of the states, so the fire danger not going anywhere.
All right, Kristen, thank you for that. Unfortunately, Kristen just said it. This year's fire season isn't going anywhere anytime soon.
No, in fact, some of the state's leaders think it could be the worst one ever, all because of the drought. So far this year, wildfires have burned more than 110,000 acres or 170 square miles. That's actually less than what's burned here the past 2 years, but Governor Martinez and others think that number could grow because New Mexico is drier than ever. Plus, the 4th of July holiday is just a few weeks away now.
We don't want people to use fireworks at all. We are at extreme weather conditions, very, very dry. Go see public display fireworks.
Albuquerque, Bernalillo County, and a lot of other communities have banned most fireworks, hoping to prevent even more fires. All right,